Okay, so welcome to lecture once again, guys. Now in this lecture, I'll be talking about file operation, that how we can try to open up a file, maybe try to read a file, maybe try to append some sort of a data into a file, or write some sort of a data into a file. So all this kind of operation I'll be talking about in this particular lecture. So let's get started quickly. So here we have a simple Jupyter notebook, and what I will do that I can call a function called as open function. Now this function is available inside Python by default. You don't have to call any kind of a library for this one. And here, so I'm going to write a test1.txt. Yeah. And if I'm going to execute. Now what this open does, by the way, so if I'm going to hold my mouse, so it is going to open up a file into a read mode. Means it will try to look for this particular file test1.txt, and if that file is available, it will try to read the file. Now execute. It is giving me an error saying that no such file or directory is available for this particular name. This is what it is trying to say. That's completely fine because this file is not available. As you can see, test1 is not available inside my system. So obviously it is going to give me that error. Okay, now what I will do, I'll try to change a mode. So I can try to write a W over here. It simply means that I'm trying to open up a file, but default mode was R, which was for a file reading operation. Now I have changed that mode to W, so which is nothing but for a file writing operation. Now if I'm going to execute it, right now if I'm going to execute it, it is not going to give me any kind of a problem. Simple, right? Simple. And if I'll try to look into this folder, a current folder, so test1.txt has been created. As of now, there is nothing inside this file, but yes, test1.txt has been created. Fine, that's great. Now let's try to do one thing. Let's try to store it into a variable called as f. Fine. Now I would like to write something inside this file. So I can try to call f.write, and I can write my name is Sudhanshu. If I'll go and if I'll try to check test1.txt, I have written my name is Sudhanshu, but still there is nothing inside this test1.txt. Yeah, there is nothing inside this test1.txt. Now what I can do, I can try to do file close because I have opened up an instance of this file, an object of this file. So I have written something I have to call a closer. Now, once I'm going to close it, so you will be able to see a data. Now, this is where you see a data inside a file. So, unless and until you are not closing it, it will not be able to replicate, or it will not be able to add a data inside your file. And that is a problem, right? That is a problem. Okay. So, file writing is fine. I can try to use a W mode. W mode is basically used for a writing. And if file is not available in case of writing operation, so it will try to create one. If file is available, it will try to override, means it will try to wipe out the entire data and then it will try to override the file. This is what it is going to happen. Now let's suppose file is available. So file f is equals to open, and here, so I can write a test1.txt, and it's a default mode, read mode. Now I'm trying to read the file. So how I can read the file? So I can try to write file.read over here, and I will be able to get a data, whatever data is available inside a file in a easiest possible way. So this is how reading is going to happen. Yeah, this is how reading is going to happen. Fine. Now just try to call f.close over here and close it. Again, I'll try to open up a file, right? Instead of the file, same test1.txt, and this time again into a write mode, I'll try to open up a file. And I'll try to write f.write, and so here I used to teach tech. Yeah, I used to teach basically tech. Fine, execute. Now if I'll close it, because unless and until I'm not closing it, it will not be able to replicate the data. So let's close it, and then if I'll go and check, I will be able to see that the previous data is gone and it has been replaced by a new data. Yeah, it has been replaced by the new data. Now, I don't want to replace a old one with a new one. What I wanted to do is that it should write something inside the file, but it should append. It should not delete the previous one. It should basically append. I can do that as well. So to do that, I have to open a file into A mode. A mode means append mode. Yeah, A mode means append mode. And you don't have to remember all of this mode. If you will look into its doc string, you will be able to find out each and everything. See, so A means append mode. So open for a writing, appending to the end of the file if it exists. as simple as that. Yeah. So here into an A mode, I'm going to open up the file, then file dot write I'm going to perform. So file dot write I'm going to perform, and here so slash n, so that it can add it into a new line. This is what it means, by the way. So slash n. Now add this data after the old data, after the old data. Execute, and then f dot close over here, close over here. Now it has added the data. Add this data after the old data. Simple. I'm able to see it, and even I'm able to see my old data. Whatever data was there, it has like retained that particular data. Fine, retain that particular data. So I can try to append something inside a file. So file, open, read, write, and append operation, I think we are able to understand. Okay. Now let me show you something more over here. So open, and here I can write a test1.txt. Try to open it up into a default read mode, and f dot file dot read if I'm going to perform. So it is trying to read the whole data into a single line. Now I have two lines of data, right? And it is trying to read all the data into a single line. What I want is that read the data, but into a different line, means into one line one data, and then in second line try to like bring a second data. I don't want to showcase a data in this particular manner, so I'm looking for some different representation of the data. I can do that as well. So to do this, just open up this file into a read mode, and then I can try to run through the iterator for I in F, right? For I in F, basically the read operation which I have like a file open operation which I have done over here, and then try to print it. Print what? So whatever line it is trying to read, just try to call a strip on top of it. Strip on top of it. So now what a strip does? So basically strip is going to one by one, it is reading the data. Simple, right? So one by one I'm reading the data, and then strip is trying to remove this new line character. That's it. Yeah. So as you can see, I'm able to read a data into a separate line. Very simple, right? Very simple. So here again, if I have to perform a data reading operation, I can call the exact same thing, and this time I'm trying to read a data, but not the whole data. Maybe I'm looking for maybe a 10 character from a file, yeah, or 10 bytes from the file. So I can call file dot read over here, and I can try to mention a particular number that I'm looking for only these many characters. So it will try to read only these many characters, including a space, obviously. That comes under character. So here, if I'm going to give read 10 or maybe read 5 or something else, it is going to read only that much of the data. It is not going to read any other kind of a data. Then file dot close, I can try to call and then try to close it. Simple, right? Simple. Now, so here, right? So here we were able to write a data, we were able to read a data, we were able to append a data. Now, let's suppose someone has given me a list, right? Someone has given me a list, and inside a list, there is a multiple data which is available. Let's suppose a first line slash n, right? Slash n for a new line, I would say. If I have to maintain the proper indentation. Second line, and then slash n, and then, okay, I should not put this one. So second line, and then let's suppose I have third line over here, slash n, right? So this is the list of the data. Inside list, I can see I have three entities, 1 and then 2 and then 3. So I have a multiple data set over here, and I have to write this data maybe into some of the file. So here, if I'm going to open up a file, maybe I'm going to open up a test2.txt new file, yeah, into a write mode. I'm going to open up into a write mode. I'm going to open up a new file. So test2.txt. So I have opened up new file, by the way, and there is nothing inside this file. Now I have to write these data, means I have to write a multiple data, not one by one, so multiple line at once if I have to write. So procedure is very simple. So Python has given you a very simple function called as write lines, lines, plural, right? So here what you can do, you can try to basically pass your L, means pass your list, and then try to call f dot close over here, and it will be able to write all the lines inside the files. As simple as that, right? So if I have to write a multiple data inside a file, even that is possible. There is something called as write lines, and with the help of write lines, you will be able to do that. At the end of the day, write lines always looks for the iterables. That's the reason. So I have passed a data in a list format. Simple. So like a write lines, there is something called as read lines. So I'm going to use the same file operation, and here I'm going to place R, read mode basically, and file dot read lines. There is something called as read lines. So just a counter for like a write lines, and it is going to return you a data into a list format, means into a iterable format. It is going to return you the whole data, the original data, right? Original data. So this is where this read lines and write lines, guys, comes into a picture at the end of the day. So hope all of you are liking it. All of you have enjoyed this entire lecture. So please do the assignments. I have attached already multiple assignments, and see you again in my next lecture, guys. Till then, take care, everyone.